It's Toto for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday on August 31st, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Wednesday morning, August 31st, 2016 area news. Top story at 8 a.m. on this Wednesday morning is Donald Trump is traveling to Mexico Wednesday to meet with the country's president just as before he set to deliver a speech focused on immigration policy. Washington, the incumbents won the night and someone highly watched races to that. CNN been checking Republican Senators Marco Rubio, Florida, and John McCain in Arizona, and Democrat Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Florida, on one of their primaries. On Wednesday morning, Brazil's Senate will hold a final vote in the impeachment on which to the result of the suspended president's permanent departure from that office. Chris Barrett and the Los Angeles Police Department spent Tuesday locked in a surveillance standoff at R&B Pomar source at a home allegation that he threatened a woman with a gun. Orlando, Florida, the relatives of the nightclub where mass shooting left 49 people dead, and that's police dispatched by that it was taking so long for the loved ones to be rescued. John Kerry used Secretary makes a plea for it and the leadership on global stage. Vatican City, when Pope Francis canonized Mother Teresa on Sunday, he will be honored at that when a virus and around the world and a Nobel Peace Prize for joy-filled dedication to the poorest of the poor. Theresa May said that the UK must focus on the opportunities outside as the EU as she retweeted that there will be no second referendum on Brexit. 10 passengers and 2 crew members on board a United Airlines flight that was taken to hospital after the jet experienced severe turbulence on Wednesday. Storm bears down in Florida. Hurricane threatens Hawaii. We'll have more of that coming up though. The West Second of the Peter Channel Morning News. Phoenix, when Donald Trump walks on stage Wednesday, he will be on anti-immigration. Is also the more moderate side of platform about the representative pragmatic calculation of election day charged with non-deeper belief. Washington, when Clinton told us after this global journey he would have to step down. If he looked with the White House, he was vividly clear about how it felt. West of the root canal, he said. Pennsylvania was talking about her husband was found dead in the body. The officers found the man to her near her with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Police said Tuesday. I was in Japan. At least 11 people died in the nursing home, and 3 homicides after a typhoon landmark struck northern Japan. Washington, General Joseph Patel, commander of U.S. CENTCOM, said Islamic State militants in Syria defied their leader's order to fight to death. Retweeted and said. Riverside, California. A new fire in South California has quickly burned 1,000 acres, forcing others evacuations southeast of Los Angeles Fire Authority said. Daniel Sincobe withdrew its request for emergency clearance on the Zika virus blood test after federal regulators found that the company didn't include proper patient safeguards in the study of a new test that people familiar with the matter. Lagos, Africa's biggest economy official, said it in a recession for the first time in the world in 20 years since the statistics official announced a further contradiction in the second quarter of the year. Apple's $14.5 billion EU tax may take a bigger bite out of the iPhone makers. Then shareholders are largest shares that iPhone maker fell just 82 cents to less than 0.8% on Tuesday to $106 after the European Tax Commission has said Apple. More turbulent revelations out of the global financial messaging system swooped today as disclosures on service and more hack attacks have been discovered. Washington, the U.S. federal government has said it was slated to release cash to help support research and develop a power generated from marine currents. London, a potential takeover target, Iraqi focus company Gulf Keystone Petroleum was said it was offering up common shares in an effort to raise more capital. Sabotage of Norway. Norwegian energy company Statoil said the aims to extend its reach north to the Barents Sea next year to the advance of the replenishing exploration portfolio. Montreal, security concerns and panel session for proposed oil pipeline in Canada prompted a suspension of the review process, a Canadian energy regulator said. Alright, let's take a look at Stop My Report. Ta-dow! Down 41 examples at 18.54.30, SP 5 2176.12, and NASDAQ 5,222.99. Also, raid to the L credit coin, which include an intact brain case where found Argentina's predatory reach of the new species that found reptile lived during the early Jurassic period. It has become rare for wild African elephants to live in old age thanks to the brutal death slaughter by ivory poachers. Rare still without chance of the science of some observers that are elephants as they cope with the death of their family leader. The Center of Disease Control prevented almost out of the money to fight the Zika virus. The agency director said on Tuesday, just hours before. 493 French hope were considered infectious. Imagine getting a letter from a federal agency saying that you're exposing your children an invisible poison that is known to decrease IQ. 44 hepatitis A cases reported in Virginia linked to Egyptian strawberries used in tropical smoothie cafe. The illness fully began as early as May and lasted up until August. Florida prosecutors are investigating the voter registration of Donald Trump's campaign chief, NBC News alert. Election officials in Miami-Dade County have confirmed Tuesday that the local state attorney's office requested Stephen Bennett's voter. Ada County Chief Deputy Clark Philip McGrade gives the proposed state stats for a mobile poll place once over. The mobile unit will appear at various spots around the country in the weeks leading to election day. Take a look at some local news. Support for a ballot question that would allow more charter schools messages about it. Long party lines among candidates for state reps in the Attleboro area. Republicans say supported the representation wall. Democrats and independents oppose it. The referendum appeared on the November ballot as question number 2. Schools to lift the cap on charter schools so that 12 new ones can be opened each year. Charter schools are privately run schools that are publicly funded. Local there are charter schools in Foxborough, Franklin. The ballot question has led to a fierce debate between supporters such as Charlie Baker, who says that the schools offer parents a choice, and the critics say that the teachers and unions would say charters to take away money from public schools that are always struggling. Every Massachusetts followed the same recent incident held, resulted in criminal charges that suburb Boston City has requested. I mean, with the CEO of rideshare, John Huber. Every mayor called the mayor sent a letter to Huber CEO Travis Kelly on Monday requested a meeting after a 28-year-old driver arrested on charges that he exposed himself to girls in the city due to Bar Malden. Huber officials say San Francisco-based company runs committed background checked on all its new drivers. Employees are recently transferred here at work by Massachusetts law. Boston. Massachusetts State Police had 2 passengers on the airport shuttle bus died when the vehicle crashed with a car near Charles Airport in Boston. Okay, take a look at New England Alerts at 8:08. Motor accident 24 southbound between exits 2019. No delays. Southbound significant delays. Northbound due to rubbernecking. Peter Jail News High, 8:08 on this Wednesday morning. Time out for Sportport last night. The Boston Red Sox fall into Tampa Bay. Rays 4-3. Tonight, the Sox and Rays go at it again this afternoon, 1:35 p.m. Showdown at Fenway Park. Los Angeles Country Baseball bat Tim Tebow, the former NFL quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner, still turned to the batter's box. Indian Perry, Minnesota, as Minnesota Vikings wait 10 minutes to cover what they already knew. The conclusive knee injury ended the quarterback today. Bridgewater's third season before it began, Coach Mike Zimmer promised at his team. New York, Serena Williams hit a wheelbarrow load of balls and the nerd fall, which is our fast statement fall victory over the years. Argentina picks up her and Katrina Bakrova. Arizona Cardinals hoping that Eli Booker will be a Canadian for finding the quarterback this year after stangling him and dropped a rookie free agent. Peter Childers Brazil 8:09 on this Wednesday morning. It's time for Traffic and Trailer Report. Let's start off on the MBTA where on the subway system it is looking good. On the commuter rail, freeway train 584, 7:50 a.m. from about us up 10 minutes behind schedule between West Natick and South Station due to train traffic. Worcester train follow 7:15 a.m. from South Station operate 10-15 minutes late between Ashland and Worcester Station due to train traffic. Worcester train follow 7 a.m. from Worcester is operate 10-15 minutes late between Southport and South Station due to unruly passenger. And otherwise, the MBTA commuter rail lines are looking good, and on the ferries they are looking good. Alright, take a look at the highways and byways of the 6-state region. Starting off down in Connecticut, where 95 of the southbound side is expected from Bridgeport all the way down for Stamford. Merritt Parkway southbound side expected from Bridgeport down to Stamford. Route 825 Little Side. Merritt Parkway in Bridgeport 95 the northbound side is expected from West Haven to New Haven. 91 on the southbound side back to the New Haven stretch. 95 southbound side right to New Haven stretch. 84 east westbound side back to the New Try to Denbury stretches. 84 eastbound side Little Saw right to Warburg stretch and hit back again from Newport down to Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side back to Woods Law 38 to downtown Hartford. 91 on the northbound side back to Middletown to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. Here's 91 on the northbound side back to 57 and 291 in Chickpea. In Springfield, Mass Pike change to 91 in Chickpea. It's a little slow. Berkshire Freeway eastbound side slow before 22 and also is headed towards the Massachusetts border. 290 eastbound side it is back to Brown. Route 9 in Worcester. Island, Rhode Island. 146 southbound and southbound side back to 146 North Springfield 99 in Lincoln 146 northbound side back to Brown. Route 99. 99 northbound side back to 126 122 in Woonsocket. 95 on the northbound side it is backed up from downtown Providence all the way out to downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side backed up to protect downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side is backed up from 37 to War County to downtown Providence. 195 westbound side back to Seacock to the east Providence. 185 slow from east Providence stretch around Route 44. 6 connector bound from Route 6 to 95 downtown Providence. 295 looking good from Attleboro down to Warwick. 95 on the southbound side back to 152 to North Attleboro all the way to 295 in Attleboro. 95 on the northbound side it is back to Brad. Deposit Street and Norwood Route 128 Kenton. 24 on the northbound side it is back to from Bearsford Boulevard. 95 on the Route 128 Kenton. Route 3 on the northbound side is back to Brad. Braintree. Port Bridge to the southbound side. Little Salt. Southern Expressway. The northbound side. It's backed up the split all the way to Dorchester 7th Expressway. Southbound side back to the Dorchester stretch. 7th Expressway. Southbound side back to the Braintree split. 128 on the northbound side. Also Braintree split. 128 on the northbound side is backed up from 109 to Westwood all the way to Route 20 Waltham. Mass Pike eastbound side backed up from Route 9 and Framingham all the way out to Newton and Mass Pike westbound side. Also 10 Williamson. 195 on the northbound side is back to 85. Milford all the way to the Mass Pike out in Westboro. 120 to the southbound side is back to Linfield all the way at the Waltham. 93 to the northbound side is back to the Mass Pike to the Zinkin Bridge. Route 93 to the southbound side is back to from Bedford on to the Zinkin Bridge. Route 1 to the southbound side is back to Chelsea down to Charlestown. 93 has both ends back to Route 128 in Reading. 93 to the northbound side is back to the Mass Pike all the way to the Zinkin Bridge. Up north, Route 3 to the southbound side back to the Chelsea down to Milwaukee and the Bears together around Route 128 in Burlington. 93 to the southbound side back to the Bethune all the way out to the Route 128 in Reading, which is stop and go. 495 southbound side back to 125 in Lawrence all the way out to Route 93 in Reading. 495 to the northbound side back to Route 3 in Lowell all the way out to Route 3 in Tewksbury. 93 to the southbound side back to Route 128 in Derry, New Hampshire. Everett Turnpike southbound side back to Route 3A. But otherwise, 7 New Hampshire highways out looking good. 93 to the southbound side back to the Tilton stretch. Main Turnpike on the northbound side is back to the Great Main stretch. And Interstate 89 on the southbound side is slow of St. Albans and then basically around Burlington on Interstate 189. The border crossing is 87, 89, 91 are looking good. All the way 15 the northbound side is packed up around the 7th Square headed towards Montreal. And on the way 10 it's slow around the Eastman Quebec stretch. Peter Chattanooga is now 8:13, and the New York Freeway is a little slow around the Interstate 87 in Albany. And now, look at the weather. Latest on the traffics. Okay, the latest on Gustone is 120 miles per hour. Winds with its location 33.5 at the north, 15.2 to the west, moving to the northeast at 90 miles an hour. Powder advisory. Gusts over the north central land with 120 miles per hour. Winds are no close blocks and waters in effect. The dress of the ASO should monitor the progressive Gustone. At 5 a.m. Atlanta time, with a multiplied of Hurricane Gustone was located near latitude about 33.4 to the north, longitude 50.2 to the west. Gustone is moving toward the northeast, 9 miles an hour, and the east northeastward. Our northeastward motion to increase and the deferred speed is expected to be during the next couple of days. Maximum saying winds are made new 120 miles. Gustone is a Category 3 hurricane that is not for Simpson Hurricane wind scale. Little change of strength is expected today, but weakening should be 10 at early Thursday. Hurricane force wind center hours up to 45 miles from the center. Tropical force wind center hours at 160 miles. Estimated center pressure 9.6 millimeters of 23 inches. Ladies and total depression 8, 34.8 the north, 4.3 west Western State. Winds up at 35 miles per movement northeast at 5 miles an hour. Depression moving slowly to the northeast away from the North Carolina coast. And the other coast watching waters in effect at 5 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The southern top of the depression 8 was located to latitude 34.8 in the north, longitude 4.3 in the west. The depression was moving toward the northeast near 5 miles an hour. The general motion is decreased in the forward speed is forecast during the next day or so. Maximum state was at near 35 miles an hour. I guess some strengthening is still possible and the depression could become. A tropical storm later in the day, the estimated percent pressure is 1,011 millimeters, 20.86 inches. Okay, the list on 9. Now, 35 mile per winds with solar location 24.6 in the north, 88.1 to the west. Moment north at 2 miles an hour. Depression area toward the Gulf Coast, the light unit strafing. Hurricane watch in effect for Enclosed River to Indian Pass, and tropical storm warning is effect from Enclosed River to the Walton Bay, Carolina. Hurricane watch means a hurricane condition are possible within. The watch area watch is typically issued 40 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of tropical force winds. Conditions outside preparation difficult and dangerous. It's also the watch warning means that tropical conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area about 36 hours and drifts along the United States East Coast from Northern Florida to the Carolinas should monitor the progress of the system. For storm information specific to your area, including possible inland watches warnings, please monitor the product issued by your local National Weather Service forecast office at 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time. The center tropical depression tonight was located near latitude 24.6 in the north, longitude 8.1 in the west. Depression is moving toward the north near 2 miles and northeastward. Most of the faster forward speed is expected to begin later today and turn towards the northeast of the forecast today and the forecast directly to the tropical storm plume. We'll put to the northwest Florida, closer to the water area on Thursday afternoon. Mountain was out near 35 miles an hour with higher gusts. Strength in this forecast through the next warehouse. And the depression is expected to become a tropical storm later today and can be near hurricane sweep by the time landfall occurs. Estimated minimum pressure of 1,001 millibars, 265 inches, and wind tropical storm conditions are expected to first reach the coast of the water area on Thursday afternoon. Hurricane conditions are possible over the pushes of the hurricane watch area beginning Thursday afternoon. Storm surge. The combination of dangerous storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry areas near the coast to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. There is a possibility of a life threatening inundation within the next 48 hours along the Gulf Coast of Florida from Arabic to Indian Pass. Identification that areas of risk. Please see the prototype National Weather Service storm surge watch warning graphic. Persons located within these areas should be prepared to take all necessary action to protect life and property from rising water, breathing falling. Any instructions from local officials, the water could reach the fallen heights around above ground and the peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. Indian Pass, Ocklawaha River, 2 to 4 feet. Ocklawaha River to Chassahowitzka, 3 to 5 feet. Chassahowitzka to Arapaca, 2 to 4 feet. And Arapaca to Bonita Beach, to Tampa Bay, 1 to 2 feet. Rainfall, depression is expected. The additional rain accumulation 2 to 4 inches of western Cuba for today with maximum storm and total amounts of 20 inches ease. Rains could cause life-threatening and flash floods and mudslides. Total rainfall amounts of 5 to 10 inches are possible over the portions of central and northern Florida Friday with also maximum amount of 15 inches possible. Coastal areas of Georgia and the Carolinas are expected to receive total rainfall of 4 to 7 inches. With local amounts of 10 inches impossible for Saturday morning as rains could cause flooding and flash flooding. And outside tornadoes are possible late tonight and Thursday morning, mainly across central Florida. A few tornadoes are possible Thursday afternoon and Thursday night over the North Florida and southeast Georgia. And the surface number 1, a boundary of low pressure exerts with a tropical wave is located over the far eastern Atlantic near the Cabo Verde Islands. This wave is in an environment of very dry air, which should prevent any significant development for a few days. Some development is possible over the weekend with a wave near the Lesser Antilles. Formation chance for west, low news 1%, formation chance for Fridays, medium 40%. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Where it's a cloudy start to your morning. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. But today, Patsesca about 85 degrees, southwest about 5 to 7 miles per tonight. Check the showers Monday after 8 p.m. Chicago after 1 a.m. Most guys got about 66 degrees, south about 6 miles coming after midnight. Just patience 30%. No rain about less than 10 minutes, about possible thunderstorms. Thursday, church shots, thunderstorms. Clouds sky about 78 degrees. Light west wind, just beaches 40%. No rain about between the 10 40 to about possible thunderstorms. But tonight, Thursday, slight church shots, thunderstorms before 9 p.m. Then it's slight church shots between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. Podcast going about 6 degrees. Copy wind coming. Not far, 5 months of midnight. Just beaches 20%. Friday, slight church shots between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Most days coming at 76 degrees, north about 7 miles an hour. Just beaches 20%. Friday night, podcast about 38 degrees. For Saturday, most Sunday podcast about 72, about 55 degrees. Sunday, tropical conditions possible otherwise. Most Sunday podcast about 76, about 57 degrees. For Labor Day, 30% chance shot. Most Sunday podcast about 78, about 61 degrees. Just reaching 30%. For Tuesday, most days got about 82 degrees. Currently, not near. It's Marion cloud skies and it's 68 degrees. Humidity 96%. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this August 31st, 2016 on a Wednesday morning. Peter will be a good morning and good positive. Good day. I'll see you for 5 o'clock report. Have a good day.